In this school, a student was found hanging from a tree, and after a forensic examination, it was discovered that his heart had been ripped out. The following day, a second student was found dead in the same manner, with his heart also missing. The detective inspected the incisions on the removed hearts and noticed that the technique was extremely professional, with each cut meticulously adjusted at precise angles. He speculated that the perpetrator must be a skilled surgeon, but the medical examiner disagreed with his hypothesis. The examiner stated that as long as the killer had sufficient lighting, they would be able to clearly see the structure inside the chest cavity and carefully remove the heart without causing any damage. To uncover the truth, they re-examined the crime scene. The victim was hanging from the tree, but his feet had not left the ground, indicating that he was already dead before being strung up. Upon a second examination of the corpse, the detective discovered an 8-centimeter long wound on the victim's head, and in his hand, he was tightly clutching a fragment of a letter. A student informed the detective that the killer might be a poet, as taking the heart could be symbolic. The student even cited a few verses from the Bible related to the heart, written by poets. The student's words seemed to make sense, and the detective speculated that this might be a religiously motivated murder case. He handed the letter fragment found in the victim's hand to the student, asking him to determine which religious book it belonged to. That evening, the student indeed found the information on the scrap of paper, suggesting it was some sort of sacrifice. However, this still couldn't provide a breakthrough in the case. The detective pondered how the removed hearts would be preserved and believed that only ice could do so. They proceeded to the ice room, which was unattended. The detective quickly discovered a useful clue, a circle with a triangle drawn on the floor of the basement. This symbol seemed to be part of some ritual, and there appeared to be dried bloodstains. The truth was about to surface. A professor of mysticism told the detective that this was a sacrificial magic ritual to attain immortality. The professor then produced a book of magic, which detailed the ritual process. It mentioned that 2 hearts must be used to complete 2 separate sacrifices. Could someone be attempting to gain eternal life through this means? Just as the case seemed to have hit a dead end, the student discovered a significant clue at the school. He revealed that the medical examiner's son had a keen interest in mysticism, and the two realized that he might be a suspect in the murders. Moreover, the medical examiner had previously dismissed the detective's speculation. The next day, the school held a grand funeral for the victims. After the ceremony, the mother of one of the deceased approached the detective and handed him the victim's diary. Upon opening the diary, the detective found a useful clue that could lead him to the real killer. This movie is called The Pale Blue Eye, and the original film is even more captivating.